Nobody ever tells you what comfort actually costs. They talk about the price of risk. They talk about the cost of failure. They write books about what you lose when you take the leap and it doesn't work out. But nobody sits you down and walks you through the invoice of the life you didn't live, because staying felt safer than going. Nobody shows you the compound interest on years of choosing the known over the possible. Nobody tells you that comfort is not free, that it has a price, and that price is paid slowly, quietly, in a currency so subtle you don't notice it leaving until one day you look up and realize something important is gone. Not dramatically, not in a single moment of loss you can point to and grieve, but gradually, the way a fire goes out, not all at once, but ember by ember, until the room is cold and you can't quite remember when it stopped being warm. That is what comfort does when you choose it over everything else. It doesn't take from you loudly, it takes from you quietly. And by the time you feel the loss, you have been paying for so long that you've forgotten there was ever another option. Think about the job you stayed in because leaving felt too uncertain. Not the job you loved, not the job that challenged you, the one that was fine. Fine pays the bills. Fine is manageable. Fine doesn't ask too much of you, and you don't ask too much of it, and together you exist in a kind of mutual, unremarkable tolerance. And 5 years pass, and then 10. And the person you were when you first took that job, because it was just for now, that person had plans. That person had something they were moving toward. That person said, "I'll figure it out once I'm stable." But stable became permanent, and permanent became identity. And one day, you stopped being someone who was temporarily doing this and became someone who just does this. And you can't pinpoint the moment it happened, because it didn't happen in a moment. It happened in 1,000 small choices to stay comfortable one more day. This is not about jobs. This is about every version of that story. The relationship that stopped growing years ago, but leaving felt like too much disruption. The city you've outgrown, but moving feels like too much risk. The version of yourself you've been meaning to become, but starting feels like too much work. Comfort is not the villain in these stories. Comfort is not evil. Rest is necessary. Stability has value. There is wisdom in knowing when to be still. But there is a difference, a profound, life-altering difference between choosing rest and choosing avoidance, between stillness with intention and stillness out of fear. One restores you, the other slowly hollows you out while convincing you that you are fine. And fine is the most dangerous word in the English language, because fine is survivable. Fine doesn't hurt enough to force a change. Fine is just uncomfortable enough to know something is wrong, and just comfortable enough to not do anything about it. Fine is where potential goes, to wait forever for a moment that never arrives. Here is the question I want you to sit with. Not the question of what you want. You know what you want. You have always known what you want. The question is this: what has comfort already cost you? Not what could you lose if you take the risk. What have you already lost by not taking it? How many years have passed in rooms that were never meant to be permanent? How many versions of yourself have you quietly retired because the timing wasn't right, the conditions weren't perfect, the fear was just slightly louder than the dream? How many mornings have you woken up and felt the low hum of a life that is functional but not fully yours? That hum, that quiet, persistent, easy-to-ignore hum, is not background noise. That is the sound of your unlived life knocking. Not loudly. It stopped knocking loudly a long time ago. Now it just hums, consistently, patiently, waiting to see if today is the day you finally answer. The most comfortable people are not always the happiest people. They are often the most haunted, because they know, somewhere beneath the routine, beneath the stability, beneath the careful construction of a life that works, they know. They know what they traded. They know what they chose comfort over. They know the version of themselves that is still out there, unlived, waiting in the blueprint of a life they were too afraid to build. And that knowledge doesn't go away. You can quiet it with routine. You can distract it with busyness. You can numb it with noise, but it stays. It is the most patient thing inside you, more patient than your fear, more patient than your doubt, more patient even than your comfort. It will outlast all of it. And one day, maybe today, maybe years from now, you will be somewhere quiet and it will surface. And on that day, you will have one of two experiences. You will feel the specific peace of someone who tried, who risked, who built, who failed sometimes and kept going, who chose discomfort in service of something real, someone who paid a different price, the price of uncertainty, the price of risk, the price of not knowing how it would turn out, and got something back for it, a life that is actually theirs. Or you will feel the specific weight of someone who chose comfort at every fork in the road, who always had a reason to wait, who always found the timing imperfect, who built a life that worked but never quite fit. And on that day, the question will not be, what did I risk and lose? The question will be, what did I keep myself from in the name of safety? That question, unanswered, unacted upon, carried for decades, is the most expensive thing a human being can own. More expensive than any failure, more costly than any leap that didn't land. Because a failed attempt teaches you something. A life unlived teaches you nothing. It just ends. So I am asking you today not to throw caution away, not to burn everything down, not to make reckless decisions in the name of chasing something, but to look honestly at what comfort is costing you, to add up the invoice, to sit with the number, and then to ask yourself one more question. Is it worth it? Because if the answer is yes, if the life you have built in comfort is genuinely the life you would choose, then you are not settling, you are home, and that is its own kind of courage. But if the answer is no, if somewhere beneath the routine and the stability and the carefully managed fine, there is something in you that knows you are paying too much for something that was only ever supposed to be temporary, then today is the day the payment plan changes. Not tomorrow, not when the conditions improve, not when the timing is finally right. Today, because comfort will always offer you one more reason to wait. And potential, your potential, specific to you, irreplaceable, still there, still waiting, is been far more patient than it ever should have had to be. It is time, not to be fearless, but to be more afraid of the life you don't build than the one you might fail at building. That shift, that single, quiet, fundamental shift, is where everything changes. Not in the leap, in the decision to finally stop making comfort the most important thing in the room.